All right, men, we have Henry versus Dubby. Number 1 ranked versus number 50 ranked. Dubby is on offense in the Eagles uniforms. Henry is on defense in the Bears uniforms. Now, this game, if you know how it goes, you know how it goes. This was 2 games after I played Dubby and Dubby beat me. Quick recap on that game was that essentially, long story short, Dubby had a blitz that I could not pick up, and it limited me on offense ridiculously. I could not block his blitz. Foreshadowing here, you're going to see something very similar happen in this game. We're going to talk about that, strategies to attack that style of defense when, you're in that situation, a high-leverage game like this. This game's worth like 20, 30K, something ridiculous, and obviously huge legacy game for both these guys. W, one of the best defensive players in the world right now with the style of blitz he's running, and Henry is the best Madden player of all time. Let's get into it. W on offense first, and immediately he goes with a halfback sweep to the right side and is actually able to pick up a pretty big run right here. I did not even know he got that many yards off it. Yeah, he gets 9 yards off it, which is really nice. About 6 yards before contact. That's obviously really ideal. Dubby in the West Coast gun bunch. Not gun bunch offset, but gun bunch. The difference, gun bunch has the halfback lined up right next to the quarterback, and in gun bunch offset, the halfback is lined up a step behind the quarterback, and you can block the tight end. Why that's different, I don't know, but it's a fact of the matter. So, Dubby in gun bunch from West Coast. I think offset's better out of Eagles, but he likes it. So, Henry, long story short, putting this linebacker out here looking to loop off this edge right here. Right, this guy can loop in sometimes. And then the slot corner on the right, he's going to end up blitzing this guy a lot. Well, let's see what Dubby does here. Dubby's going to flip. You see Henry is man-aligned right now, so this slot corner is going to carry over. And this sweep is actually giving Henry some issues early. Dubby knows, he can tell just by looking at this is a pretty decent blitz. He calls for a technical timeout really fast. We're going to skip ahead a couple plays. And on 1st and 10 this time, he's actually going to get blown up. Henry says, no, no, no. I'm going to go into 3-3-5 wide right here. And if you want to run the ball from it, we're going to be able to blow it up. I need you to pass the ball. Smart play by Henry here to just immediately abandon the defense and say, nope, 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 nope. I need you to pass the ball because obviously running the ball, if you can move the ball running, it's a pretty easy way to move the ball. You need Dubby to have to beat you, right? You need any offensive player to have to beat you. Now, 2nd and 10, Henry is saying Dubby's not going to run the ball again. Now, hindsight says that Dubby should because all of his runs are making big gains, but 2nd and 10, you don't want to. Dubby's a passer at heart, so we're looking for this loop off this edge, right? And then off this edge too. That's really what's happening here. Let's see what Dubby calls on offense. Corner strike. And I believe he's going to send 5 out. Does he send 5 out? Because that's a tough thing. That's a tough way to live. See if he does that. No, he's going to end up blocking a halfback. Good. You're going to see pressure comes in. And this is where immediately on play 1, this is the first pass play. You're like, if you're Dubby, you're like, oh. We have this loop off this left edge, which you could step up and avoid this loop off this left edge, kind of. But this slot corner just screamed at him right here. And that's where you're like, what was that? Is that fluke? What is that? Right? And so we're going to see how W goes about it on 3rd and 10. He's going to call the play deep attack. They love this play. Skimbo really love this play. And we'll see what he ends up doing. A little motion over. This time, Henry is not main aligned. You see that slot corner actually widens out right here. So he's not going to follow him across. And we're going to see deep attack actually get bagged. Really good pocket presence from Dubby and a good job getting that first down. One of the best ways to attack these wider blitzes is stepping up the middle. Now, I've always said in the past, if you're a defensive player and they beat you by running the ball up the middle with the quarterback like this, that's just how they beat you, man. It's tough to win a game doing that. You can get 10-yard gains sometimes, 5-yard gains, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But to win a game like that, it's tough. But you also have to take that as an offense because you have to make them respect that. Boom, pressure, great pocket by Dubby, and he delivered a genuine just dot up top, man. You see press man right here on the left side. Actually, not even press man. This streak just actually cooks a deep half. So it's a safety. Either the safety's manned up to him or the safety's in a deep half. And that looked like that was man. That was man. Great pocket stepping up. You saw the loopers. Great job, Dubby. Really, really good. Great first drive. 1 3rd down. That's it. Great first drive. So Henry on offense going to take out or come out in the Eagles playbook. I run the same playbook. He's going to all over to Bunch Strong Nasty from Gun Bunch. And Dubby running this Dubby is essentially been called the Dubby Blitz since he started running it, where we're looking at kind of this loop right here potential, loop off this edge potential, and then he sends 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's that 6th guy? This guy, and he will come screaming right through here sometimes. User is in the middle. And we'll see how Henry attacks this. I actually was so surprised how Henry attacked this early, where Henry actually, so it's a pick 6 immediately. It's a D-line pick 6. It's a safety, but we call it a D-line pick 6 because it's from a blitzer. Now, Henry tries to 5-out this. I don't believe that's the best way to attack this style of defense, straight up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people blitzing. So actually, Dubby ended up bailing out the middle linebacker, I believe it was I was talking about, who comes through the B gap. But still, you're trying to block 5-on-5, a loop. You just won't really get that too often. And you see, like, the drag is hitting the hash mark by the time he's getting hit. Now, a little unfortunate to be getting hit with this because he does have a touchdown right here. And that's why I guess he did it, because he knew if he could just get time, he'd have a touchdown. But I think 5-outing that style of defense is really, really tough to do until you get a quarterback with gunslinger and the best release in the game, which I believe is Slinger 1, especially for short passes. I believe it's still that, although some people have said it's changed. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but regardless, you got to have the best quick release in the game, and you got to have a gunslinger. It's too hard to make a living like that. Here's the players on. You got John Beast, John Beast right here. Bobby V right there. Love Bobby. What up? K-Mac right there. The King. Dez. This is Show? I believe I'm not familiar with Show, but he has a Need It shirt on, so hell yeah. Skimbo. And then Drini right there. Immediately. And we see right away, though. And so I didn't quite understand this. Right away, though, Henry goes back to 5-outing this. And you actually see Dubby's play out here. He does not send the blitz. He sends a 4-man. When I played Dubby maybe sent when I watched all of Dubby's games in online LMs, Dubby maybe sent 4. Very few times, long story short. Very few times. And the blitz doesn't come in because it's only a 4-man. And it's a very basic route combo here. It's just a corner route getting open deep left. I'm pretty surprised that he did that right there. And I don't foresee him doing that much longer, honestly. I don't know if he's overthinking because he's playing Henry, that Henry's going to... I don't know. But you got here sending 6, 5, and 6 most of the time, and that's how you should keep on playing. Again, though, we see Henry going to 5-out this again, and we see that guy coming through right there, the B gap. But something to note here is kind of, for some reason, Henry's getting a lot of time against the 6-man. And you see the guy coming free is actually this guy, but he's getting like bumped in the middle, and this drag has time to develop. The corner route has time to develop. See, he's already cut. Angle route is out of the backfield. Both streaks, actually, he has a touchdown right here that he could throw. And so what I'm getting at here is that Henry's actually, whether it's lab, whether it's just confidence, I don't know. But you'll see it's kind of a common theme throughout the game. He actually has a way of 5-outing this at a pretty high clip. Right here, he does it again. And this time, it again works. And this time, a touchdown. And watch what happens here. Watch the slot corner. So the blitz is this. If you watch W, you know what I'm talking about as well. Boom, 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 boom. Right, 6. He's blocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tight end and halfback go out. But watch the slot corner right here. Watch what happens to the slot. He's blitzing, but he actually gets caught up in the drag. See, he's now coming now. This is a touchdown. This is a touchdown. This is a big play. And so the bumping on the slot like slows him down. The B gapper gets picked up. The loop gets like caught on the other side. And he just 5-outed a 6-man blitz and had time for a post route to develop, which, super long story short, 1, doesn't happen. And 2, if you saw that blitz like that from W, you'd say, wow, that is the worst blitz in the game. He just sent 6 and it didn't even come in on 5. W's running the best blitz in the game. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, watch it. Yeah, we have it coming up here again. I mean, he's got enough time for that post to cross the hashes, dude. Like, what the? I mean, I remember seeing that in person. But what is this hat, bro? Does anybody know what this hat is? Please leave a comment if you know. I don't know. I don't know what the hat is. I don't know. I don't know what the hat is. Anyways, W on offense, so he has 14-7 lead. And he has one good offensive drive and then one pick six. So yeah, he's doing well. Got to immediately go back to the base, or I'm sorry, to the sweep, and he's picking up yards in a sweep right there. Not as clean, but nonetheless gets 6 yards. And really, he's just trying to get Henry out of this defense, man. Just trying to get Henry out of this defense, and Henry's actually not budging. 2nd and 4, he's gonna make Dubby actually pass the ball, and so Dubby is probably gonna send a little 4-man route combo out, block the halfback, and let's see what the final route combo is. Block the halfback here. Yep, there we go. Decent route combo. Don't mind it at all. Pressure gets picked up pretty well, and Dubby's going to be deliver a dot on the right side, and he gets knocked out, which is tough for Dubby. Actually, that's something that really doesn't happen too much in this game, I feel like. This pass lead, I mean, it's as good as you can get it. You usually catch this ball. I know it's a big hit right here. In this game, you catch that ball for the most part. It's not like a cheat of like a D-line pick, but it's definitely like you want that one, you know? You definitely want that one, but nonetheless, 3rd and 4, still in a really good spot, and he's going to go back to, looks like corner strike here, so he's going to 5 out it, though. Corner strike, 5 out, got to back up too far. See, this is where I don't, man, both on 5 outing, I think I don't love, but, so he tries 5 out, and you're just going to see this loop come in. I think it's this guy coming right through here, forcing him to have to back up, and when you're playing the style of defense where you're blitzing a lot, hard flats are going to take away the quick read, right? So hard flats on both sides, hard fly over here, meaning that he has to throw something deep, just doesn't have time to because he 5-outed, et cetera, and now he's on 4th and 4. He's 1 for 4, though, with a 44-yard dot. Now, I will say, I mean, he should be 2 for 4. He should be past a 50 right now, but he's not. So Henry with a huge opportunity right here. Obviously knows Dubby's not going to run the ball right here. Dubby can go back to, it looks like corner strike again. Very basic route combo here. And actually, he's going to go with a mesh. I don't love the mesh as much in this situation, but I think he's just expecting man across the board. Henry gets it picked up. And Dubby, honestly, makes a pretty bad read. I'm not totally sure. I think he thought this was a half, and it looks like it is. And then he thought R1 was just going to win, and he'd be able to pass it inside for a nice dot. And instead, R1 doesn't really win like that, and the half makes a really good play getting over. I believe that's what Dubby thought was that, and still a pretty ballsy throw on 4th and 4, though. I mean, that's a pretty tough ball to fit in. It has to be perfect, even on that man coverage, it has to be almost perfect. So Henry immediately right back into the game. 5 outs again, and this is more of what you'd expect in the 5 out. This is way more of what you'd expect with the 5 outing here against the Dubby blitz, where this guy just screams in, and this is how it becomes so tough. Henry tries to force the read backside. Dubby gets a lurk. Yeah, this is what you expect with the 5 outing, right? And to, again, reiterate what 5 outing is, again, it's when you don't help in protection. It's when you don't block a halfback, don't block a tight end, et cetera, et cetera. Dubby's a good defense there, but I'm very surprised by Henry 5 outing. I really am. I'm very surprised. Let's see. I'm going to go back to the sweep. Dubby, I don't know why Dubby did this, dude. I think this was a huge mistake as well. Dubby has been running the sweep pretty high clip, motions across the sweep and tries to get it. And, I mean, even from up here, numbers game, right? Like, this guy doesn't follow, right? This guy stays. So now you're running sweep with just losing a blocker this side. And he gets blown up for, actually, like, the worst case scenario. Got blown up for a loss of 5, which is just, I mean, can't lose 5 yards. Dubby trying to set up deep attack here. This play is really good with this post route backside, right? You're going to have a streak clearing out, post route backside, and then any combination on this right side. A lot of times they'll go drag in route. We'll see what Dubby does here. He goes zig underneath. Sure, that works. And he's going to be able to pick up this pressure pretty well. Just really, honestly, really good defense from Henry. That should have been a fumble, actually. He got pulled out of the strip animation, but should have been a fumble. I hate this for 2 different things. First and foremost, 1, Dubby's sliding here. I am a huge believer in Madden. This has been an issue in Madden for years. You get that slide off before this guy or this guy make contact with you. Like, he's sliding. He's double tap X before these guys make contact. Give him the slide. Give him the slide. Give him the slide. Then he gets pulled out of the slide. User strip on the quarterback doesn't work. And that's the best way to strip in this game. That should have been a fumble. Should have been a slide. That's what Dubby's saying. It should have been a slide. Henry's saying it should have been a fumble. Dubby's saying, ooh, I almost... We're going to the end of the first quarter. We're on 3rd and 2 now. Okay. I don't hate this. And this is just bad pocket by Dubby. This is an example of when you're playing a blitz that is coming in sometimes, you can't afford to also have it come in when it's not going to, right? You have all this area. I'm actually surprised to see Dubby do this, and I don't know if this is just him overthinking or what it is given the situation. I don't know. But this guy is going to at least delay this dude. Even if he doesn't engage, it'll delay. I mean, you can see him. It's 3rd and 2, right? He drops back 15 yards, and he has a route open. He has this route open. This comeback's about to be open too. B's actually open too, and it's the play gets ruined, long story short, because of pocket presence. Can't have bad pocket. I tell people all the time. That really is the difference between a play working and not working at times. So now you're on 4th and 2. Not the worst case scenario, right? Honestly, I don't hate the idea of even, considering going back to the same play. I really don't. And he's going back to this comeback drag on the left side. Comebacks are so good in this game. And then just corner route, streak, or maybe this is a post out here. Don't hate this at all. We'll see if he's able to pick up the pressure and then make the read. Oh, he's going curl route, actually. A little more of a gimmick route right here in the middle of the field, but we'll see if he's able to get it. Good user from Henry. And Dubby just mistimes this comeback. This is open. This is a route I throw a lot, actually. He just mistimes. I think this bump right there. So what's interesting is that we're actually going to see, I believe this is an outside third that's getting this bump. I could be wrong, but I believe this style bump right here is an outside third. And because he bumped him so hard, Dubby mistimed it, which... If that is an outside third, really good adjustment from Henry. I'm pretty sure it is. I think it has to be for that bump animation. I could be wrong, but I think it has to be an outside third for that specific animation. Yeah, so Henry right back. But still, Dubby's in a good spot. I mean, he's up 7 points on Henry right in the second quarter. Boom. Good route combo. This is a route combo that I run as well. It's actually something I used against Young Kiv a few times where he puts an out route. I use a zig, but it doesn't really matter. And I just don't 5-out it. But similar idea. Good dot play. Boom. And again, Dubby doesn't send pressure. And it's happened a few times now, I guess. I didn't notice it a ton while I was watching the game live. But yeah, he's not sending as much pressure as you might think. And even right there, he didn't send pressure. And he actually sent 3. And I don't necessarily know why. I'm not sure why. I mean, again, Dubby's a pretty smart player. He is. He's been playing the game for a long time. So it's not like... There's certainly probably a reason for it. It's just I'm not 100% sure why. We're going to see him audible over to goal line now. Power O. Dubby misses the... Dang. That's tough. Tackling's hard, dude. Watch Dubby shoot on this. Really good shoot. Really good shoot right here. Boom. Just got to make that tackle. I don't mind this being a suction tackle either if somehow it could be. I really don't, because targeting that, lining that up is so you should be rewarded more for the gap shoot than the 1 in 8 chance you have at lining up the perfect dive tackle on wherever he randomly points his stick at. That's unfortunate. And the tackle from behind leads him for a touchdown. So it's 14-14, but still in a good spot for Dubby with ball. And we have a little replay happening right here, but we're going to jump right into the next play because of MCS broadcast. And we're going to see, again, I don't know what happens on this. This is another play where, we have pressure left edge, pressure right, obviously right dude coming in Dubby's face right now. Jesus. But you also see where the pocket presence is, though, right? First attempt from the 21. We're on our own 10 right now. Step up. Honestly, you're still under distress. It's still tough, man. It's still tough. And it's so much easier to say it than do it. You're in a huge game right now. So many things going on in your mind. And you almost need the pocket presence to be so natural for you. And for whatever, sometimes you just lose it. Sometimes you just forget about it and you make dumb mistakes. And that's almost what it looks like right here. Dubby going a little double drags right here. And honestly, this is where it's so much worse is, Dubby right here has good pocket presence. He probably even thinks it to himself after that play. And look what happens. The D tackle disengages. So Dubby gets scared, now has to roll out. He wants to throw this as almost a touchdown. I don't even know what happens on this right side. How does this happen? Because they bump. So Dubby's now Dubby's almost screwed by 2 of Henry's players bumping. Look at this. right? This guy's dropping. This guy's coming down, right? And watch him bump, Dubby's running a comeback. So the guy having underneath positioning actually is really good for Dubby. Dubby tries throwing it because that should be open against that coverage. It's not, and he gets under pressure out of reach. Could have easily been a pick. What a crazy... What a we... That's actually... Like, that route combo was actually open. But because Henry's players bumped, it made it not open. Whereas had Dubby just had a streak, it would have been a touch... I hate bumping in the game, long story short. I hate bumping. And right here is just a route combo that takes a little while. It tries to go a little deep, and pressure eventually just gets in. I mean, how many Mississippis does Dubby have in the pocket? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, about just under 3 Mississippis, right? Just under 3 Mississippis, and Dubby's now 1 for 10. I do think that 1 for 10 looks a little worse than it is. I think that 1 for 10 is a little worse. It looks worse than it is, right? Like the comeback, the mistiming of 1. The drop on the drop corner route, I still look at as being such a big play. Because Dubby had, until that drop corner route, again, obviously he has not moved the ball since. But until then, he was moving the ball fine. So then you go there, then you get a sweep for 8 yards, and then Dubby's in field goal range to take a 2-possession lead to go up 17 or something, right? Drops that corner route. Again, does that change everything? Probably not. But if you ever played sports, you do understand how little shit can make kind of a big difference. I don't know if I love this route come. I just don't think this drag does anything on 4th and 10. Maybe a smart route in or something. And, I mean, there's just nothing there. There's nothing there. And Dubby just kind of laughing a little bit. He's like, all right, fair. Good defense from Henry. Good D. Henry audible down to single back wing slot. See him go with the RPO stretch probably. Yep, stretch bubble. Boom. Dubby didn't have defense for this. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like this was a pretty predictable play call. I feel like it was a pretty predictable one. And I'll be honest, dude. I'll tell you this, dude. I've always been a pretty big talker in sports. If you watch my streams in these competitive games or the videos we post, I feel like I talk a decent amount of shit, and that's all online. And when I've played in person as well, I feel like I've done that. If Henry talks shit to you, what do you say? Like, there's a clip of Henry telling Gabagool he sucks. What do you respond with? Because, you can't, Gabagool can't say, no, you suck. Because Henry's won 6 belts. He's won 6 belts and it's made $1 million off of Madden. What do you say back to him? And not only that, dude, Henry, maybe he was I don't know, chunky or something, but Henry's in good shape too. I was honest, what do you do? Well, if Henry's capping at you and now he's up, he just scored 21 straight. Dubby can't even say anything. What a tough spot, man. I'm serious. I don't know what you would say. You just have to nod your head. Yes, sir. No, sir. 2nd and 14. I pray I never get into a live event and Henry talks shit to me. I'll just, yeah, no, you're right. I do suck. Has the zig, throws the zig, and we have a completion, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we had one, but we got it, boys. We got it. It's like it's like if you're playing basketball, right? And you're in high school and you're going up against you're 5'10" high school JV player, and you're going up against a 6'10" future NBA All-Star. It's like, dude, he's talking shit to you. It's like, yeah, no, yeah. Picks up the pressure. Now Dubby has a chance to get moving, and so this is why I think this is an outside third, and Dubby's pretty confused by this. Yeah, Dubby's saying, what is that? So watch this press right here, right side, behind my face cam a little bit. This press, they bump a ton, and it's going to keep him a little bit lower to be able to play this crosser. Dubby has to wait a little bit longer. The timing's a little bit different, and that's 2 different routes we've seen now thrown that are open, but because timing has been disrupted, Dubby has mistimed them basically. And then you combine, now the timing's a little bit different with he's under pressure, so now his mindset is, gotta pick up the pressure, gotta avoid the pressure, now I gotta make this throw, but then I have to adjust for the timing difference. Also, and this is worth noting, Dubby is on PlayStation, so it's geez, dude. And also, Henry's just playing great defense too. He's making a lot of, the throws that are open are tough throws. Let's go double drags right here. Not a bad route combo. And then you just see, you see how hard he's working in the pocket right here. Yeah. This is honestly why I think bunch offset's a little bit better, right? Is I think in this situation now, at this point in the game, I hate it, but I think you got to max protect. I think you block this guy, and you have 3 routes, and you say, hey, I'm going to run 3-man combinations, and we're just going to get open. Like, we're just going to find a way to get open. I'd rather get bagged with my routes than... I mean, this is miserable, dude. Like, look at this. You immediately have to step up, avoiding him. What do you do? Great defense. Good coverage, too, obviously. But, I mean, what do you do, man? It's miserable. I mean, I literally felt just like this when I played Dubby a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I'm just like, all right. Quick throw, got the flat. Good read by Dub, and Jukes back inside for a 4th and 6 right here. We'll see what the play call is. And you've also seen, too, dude, is that because Dubby's been kind of like, because the tide shifted so much, it feels like Dubby's getting blown out. And it feels like that to Dubby. And Henry feels like he's winning by a lot. Dubby's only down by 7. Dubby has totally abandoned the halfback sweep, which was working at a high clip to begin the game. Has totally abandoned it, right? And remember, early in the game, on the 3rd play of it, Henry actually got out of this defense and went to nickel 3-3 Cub, which I assume Dubby would love to play against. And he's totally abandoned it at this point. And it wasn't a time thing either. It's just a feeling thing almost. Which I'm almost maybe a little bit surprised from Dubby. But Dubby's also just a passer. Like, he's a passer first. Someone, a lot of other guys would have kept running. Boom, Dubby's going to take the zig and get the first down. Good read right there. Surprised the flat wasn't a little bit closer to that from Henry. And Dubby's going to go a little hurry up right here. We'll see if he goes back to what he goes to here, I guess. Going to... Okay. And that motion across... Yeah, he goes to the sweep. I don't know why he does that. I don't know why he does that. I wonder if that was something he was told and it's just wrong, because like the sweeps are working were not this. And so he does go to that sweep that I mentioned, and he'd probably think the same thing that I just mentioned, but he's just taking the guy away from there. And I'm not sure. I'm truthfully not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. Yeah, now he can't do it, obviously. Let's go back to probably. I mean, you might keep hitting the zig routes to the left side. Not going to, but honestly, I think he should have. I think he should just keep going zig routes to the bunch side, because I mean, Henry's given him up a few times now on some pretty big downs too, and right there it would have been open as well. Zig route to Shannon Sharp probably. Flipperooski from Dubby, bunch to the right side right now. Let's go. What do we got? Corner route. Trying to force it, not able to. Good man coverage right there. Dubby takes, yeah, you just need your corner route to win. He didn't win by enough. And this is also a situation where I think, so honestly, this is kind of a big point when it comes to passing that a lot of people overlook until you get really good, is that this corner route, we're on the middle hash right now, right? This is a left hash, right hash. So if he was on the left hash, this corner route would have more room to run to the sideline and could get open. Notice where Dubby has to pass lead this for it to be open. And this is an open ball. Like, this is an open ball. Obviously, the animation isn't good because of the sideline. So you got to think, if he's 4 yards to the left right there, left hash, this is more of an open ball. But he ran that sweep on first down, got caught in the middle of the field. Boom. And now just like that, we're not on a hash mark. I love being on a hash mark. Obviously, not every play needs to be on a hash. You don't always need to be on one. But it's one of the reasons I always I for the most part, return kicks, is just because I love being on a hash mark. Whether it's short side, wide side, I just think middle of the field's tough. And just because routes don't... It's just less consistent, I feel like. You have to get more comfortable. So we'll see. Ooh, cross or corner. I don't love this route combo. Screamed at, has to chuck something. Yeah. Yeah. Henry's what, 10 yards away from, I'm sorry, about 15 yards away from field goal range, about 15, 16, 17, give or take. We'll see what the play call is here out of Bunch X Nasty. Timeout Dubby, don't hate that call. Still, I mean, so who gets ball at half? Henry gets ball at half. The game isn't over, though. The game is not over yet, but it's not looking good. I would love to see Dubby try heating him up, and he does actually send a little bit of pressure right here. I would love to see Dubby really start trying to send pressure at Henry and just try to heat him up. I feel like, man, watching it, I'm really a little surprised why he didn't. I would love to see if Dubby does a breakdown on this. I'm very interested to hear him talk about just this game in general. But then, especially because, so look what happens here. This makes no sense to me, dude. So touchdown, right? Yep. Oh, jeez. But look. So Henry 5 outs this, and maybe Dubby's expecting him to 5 out, so he only sends 5, right? Boom, 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 boom. Because this will come in. This 5-on-5 comes in Madden, especially a really good blitz like this. But watch the slot corner again. Same route combos before. He just gets caught up on the drag. Now he's not coming in until super late, and he can't even get free. And Henry's able to let, I believe that was an angle route from the tight end, get all the way across the field. And I don't know. That's happened twice now from Bunch Strong. And perhaps that's something I should look into. I don't know. But it's interesting. It's something that you wouldn't really expect. Because usually you just wouldn't be able to do that. Dubby, not great. I'm a little, almost like a little underprepared in terms of like stretch defense. I don't know if there's like old style stretch defense where you can shoot this. It's pretty hard to do this year. And touchdown for Henry. Let's take us to the half. So watching this back, I realized that my face cam freezes in the bottom right for the rest of this video. So enjoy, I guess. Just keep that in mind. I do apologize. We'll skip ahead a little bit. And we'll see what Henry's able to do out of the half. So Henry now up 14 with ball. He's going to start running the ball a little bit now. And he's obviously, Henry, one of the things, that he's really good at, obviously, the game. But clock management, he does a really good job at. A lot of these dudes who are high-level prolific passers, they really can hurt themselves late into games because they don't run the ball very well. They don't intentionally chew the clock, which you should be doing. And, I mean, Henry knows how valuable a 3-possession lead is. And even right there, I mean, Henry probably should have cut it down a little bit more. But nonetheless, he took the play clock all the way down to 10, ran the ball, can keep the clock moving again. Or you'll see a lot of people pass. And I'm one of my worst things as a Madden player is clock management. I'm terrible at it. I really am. I'm getting better at it. I think part of it's my confidence has grown. Right there as a dot. As a Madden player, I'm getting better at it and being more conscious about it because I do understand that it's so important. The thing, like with Madden, no matter who you're playing, for the most part, if you can hold them to a couple threes, right, stop in the red zone a couple times, and then you can not lose the turnover battle, and you do okay with clock management. You can keep it a one-possession game deep into the game. And if that's the case, you have a chance to win the game, right? Even if they're way better than you. That's how a lot of people have made their livings against people who are better than them, right? And it's not just like people like Problem, people like Deliverance a few years ago. I can think of when he would play people who were way better than him at the game, and Kenneth Walker touchdown. But he would be able to control the clock, and right there he intentionally falls trying to chew more clock, which is a wild move. Joke was like that big time, although Joke was typically better than people, but he still played that style. There's a lot of people like that, and it works. It's not the style I love, but it's really, really good. Let's see what Dubby does here. See if he's able to stop this. This blows up dive. I see. Just a fumble would be so costly. It really would. So there's that gap shoot, actually, that Dubby was trying to do earlier. That time he gets it, but even still, it's just those gap shoots now are so hard. You just don't have the speed at user. So now Dubby has allowed 21 straight. We'll see. How does he actually move the ball right here? Oh, yeah, he just picks up this blitz, and I think it's blown coverage from Henry. Yeah, 4-man gets picked up. Good pocket, really good pocket, able to see the post route. And so that's how you know. So let's watch this outside guy on the left. So this guy gets that super press, right? Boom. This is an outside third. And that's what it's been all game. Bad click on from Henry. Touchdown, Dubby. Hey, a little bit of life. Dubby went for 2, didn't get it. But a little bit of life for Dubby. Henry, though, still going to be milking the clock. Still obviously in a great spot. Good D first play, so going to force Henry to pass the ball. And it's like, okay, we got a little bit of a game here. We have a little bit of a John Madden football game now. It's going over a wide trail. And I'm watching it back now, and I'm actually analyzing it. Like, dude, you guys might be getting a little bit too much info. Because he's calling the same play over and over again. That post route again, touchdown. Jeez. Oh, God. Dubby almost went viral. And I think the reason he's doing this, man, maybe I'm wrong, but I almost wonder if this traffic here, it's a solid route combo, but I wonder if that traffic there almost Fs up that slot corner so much. I almost think that almost feels like it has to be it because he's called that specific play numerous times, and we've seen it mess up that slot corner right there. I think that slot corner zoned out, but I wonder. Hey, that's what I'm gonna be testing after the. I'm drinking a little pre-workout right now. I think I'm drinking pre-workout to go to the gym. I'm hitting practice mode, buddy. Hitting the lab. Inside zone. Good shoot. Gotta hold him to 3, I guess, but really you just gotta force a turnover. Like holding him to 3 is still a 3-possession game. 18. So and Henry knows that. He's gonna take this all the way. At the minimum, he's gonna kick his 3 with 3:30 on the clock. If not less somehow, right? Go to inside zone. Let's go. Boom. Not able to get any yards, but doesn't really matter too much. 14 rushes, 52 yards, 4 tutties. Play calls from Henry. He runs the ball, cuts it all the way outside. Kind of a cut that doesn't happen too much. Then he purposely goes down. Yeah, that's going to take the game, pretty much the rest of the game, man. Yeah, he goes up, and we can watch Dubby move the ball a little bit, but it's pretty much the same idea as most of the game. Fast forward slightly. Dubby did score right here, I guess. And, yeah, good little route combo right there. But, I mean, he doesn't get the onside, so it's GG's. Just going to run the ball, calls a timeout. Really cool game to watch between those two. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Check out some of our other breakdowns from our other videos. If you want to get better at John Madden Football, civil.gg is the best place to go for this. Join thousands of Madden players just like yourself trying to win more games at John Madden Football. Link top of the description. Use code PREMIUM for 25% off. All right? I love you.